Welcome to this Wednesday edition of FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Preston Grooms. We got a live look out here at Doak Campbell Stadium. We can see the sun just now starting to set back there. It's 77 degrees right now, partly cloudy skies, slight winds out of the west, 7 miles an hour. Looking at our futurecast, what's coming up, we can see some clouds, but they're going to be exiting the region. Going to cool off into the 50s to mid-50s tonight, and then come tomorrow, mid-70s once again. And the low temperatures tonight, as I mentioned, you can expect mid-50s in most of the South Georgia and here in the Big Bend. A little bit warmer along the coast, 58 in St. Marks and Perry. And for tomorrow, we can expect 80 degrees. We might get right there at that 80-degree mark. Mostly sunny skies, northwest winds, 5 miles an hour. On today's edition of FSU Weather, we're going to talk to you about all the fun, exciting stuff we have heading into spring break. We'll talk about today in weather history. And can you guess our sunny spotlight city for today? I'll give you a hint. It's south of Tallahassee. More on that here on FSU Weather.
Good evening, Tallahassee. Welcome to FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Daniela Streety, and right now we have a look at Doak Campbell Stadium and our temperature almanac for today. We have a high of 81 today, so it's fairly warm, and and our low this morning was 62, definitely different than our low of 25 degrees back many years ago. But as we look into our current temperatures, right now it is fairly warm and mild right now. 77 in Tallahassee, 69 in Apalachicola, 72 in Donaldsonville, and as we move to Georgia in the eastern side of the state, 69 in Perry, 75 in Valdosta. And right now our current dew points, they're fairly moist, not too bad though. I feel like it was a lot drier today than it has been the last few days, a lot more enjoyable. Right now dew points is 59 here in Tally, 59 in Quincy, 62 in Apalachicola, and it pretty much stays in the low 60s, high 50s everywhere in our region currently. And our wind speed, the direction right now, we're pretty breezy in Perry as we see. We have 14 miles an hour, 7 in Valdosta, 12 in Apalachicola, and 7 in Tallahassee. We're definitely seeing a breeze coming in from the high pressure, so we can definitely get in those cooler northerly winds, which makes our weather today very pleasant and wonderful. Now going into a few days from now, we will have some more rain coming in, unfortunately. However, to most of our area, we will see a non-severe risk. However, more to our west, we will see marginal to slight severe weather, but nothing too much to worry about, but we'll keep an eye on it for you guys. Going into our current local radar right now, we have a little bit of backscatter, but so far so good. We're all clear to go, and we're all doing pretty good. I hope you have enjoyed this wonderful weather today and enjoyed the cooler breeze, and are welcoming to spring coming up soon. And going into our future cast, we will be seeing our temperatures dropping slightly going into tomorrow. A little bit of clouds, but mostly clear. We'll have almost 80 degrees again tomorrow as we have 77 in Tallahassee, 70 in Carabel, 79 in Sumatra. And another great look of our Tallahassee nurseries, beautiful clear skies today, and as the sun is setting, it's an amazing day. And our dog walk forecast for tomorrow morning is quite ideal as we have 7 a.m., 56 degrees and sunny, and we'll have 62 and 70 by 9 and 11 a.m. respectively. Very clear and beautiful. Maybe need a light jacket, but not too much to worry about. And as we go into tonight's low temps, we will be seeing mild temperatures again as we have 59 and 57 in Tallahassee. Now going into tomorrow's forecast, we will be seeing 80s once again, but going into our 7-day forecast, we'll be seeing some rain going into the weekend, but so far we'll be clear for spring break. But now going to Priscilla for our wonderful Sunshine State.
Yes, so Florida, if you've been here for the last couple of days, it's been pretty cloudy and such, but today was honestly a bit of a relief from that. It was definitely cloudy this morning, but then the clouds just parted and revealed our beautiful sun that we love to see. So again, it's been beautiful all across the state. We're seeing temperatures in the mid-70s, so again, very comfortable, just some clouds occasionally throughout the state. Temps even reaching near 80 in Key West and Miami, but nothing too crazy. We are still heading into that Floridian spring. Dew points were a bit muggy, more down south than in the northern parts of Florida. We're seeing dew points in the 60s and 50s as we head up north, but again, nothing too crazy. If you're down south, you probably maybe struggled with your hairstyle today, but perhaps tomorrow will be a better day to have a nice hairdo. For our satellite and radar, we're going to see this later as we head into our spotlight city. If you can guess it, leave a comment down below. But we've got lots of storms in the Gulf of Mexico that are going to be pushing their way into our western portions of the state. And we've also got some storms north of Miami. But again, nothing too crazy. I know here in the northern parts of the state, we are sitting nice and dry and clear. So that was definitely a little present for today. Pensacola, gorgeous out there, but heading into the weekend, Friday and Saturday, it is definitely going to be pretty stormy, but temperatures are going to be in the lower 70s, so that will be nice and enjoyable. Jacksonville, heading into the weekend, we're going to see those storms hit on Saturday with a 40% chance, and highs getting up to 84, so it will be very toasty. If you're heading home for spring break, definitely keep that in mind as you're driving home, and keep those storms on lock. Heading into Tampa, if you're heading home to Tampa, it's definitely going to be pretty toasty again, 83, 86 into Friday and Saturday. So if you're trying to get a nice spring break tan, you honestly will probably have some pretty good luck. So just enjoy that while you can. Heading into Orlando, temperatures reaching 88 on Saturday. That is crazy. I cannot imagine being there. If you're headed to Universal or Orlando, definitely keep that in mind, and don't forget your sunscreen as you head into the parks that day. But if you're in Miami, also heading home, definitely be wary of those storms on Thursday, and into Friday and Saturday are looking mostly clear again, temperatures in the lower 80s, but nothing too crazy to worry about. Overnight, temperatures are going to mostly be in the 60s and 50s, but generally very comfortable. And into tomorrow, it's going to be just as toasty as today, definitely reaching temperatures in the 80s and 70s. But heading into our next segment, Nikki, what's next?
The southeast is next, of course. We're zooming out a little bit to look at the rest of the southeast region. A beautiful, gorgeous day around Orlando, maybe some clouds outside, and Charleston are looking pretty good, but Atlanta and Charlotte have definitely been seeing some rain today. We saw some rain here yesterday, so it's probably just moving its way along. Right now it is 77 here in Tallahassee, and it's cooler as we go south to Tampa, but then we warm right back up again. In Miami it was 79 degrees, but of course as we go more north in the southeast, which is a little bit of a mouthful, you can see it gets a little cooler, 59 in Nashville, 57 in Charlotte. I'm a little bit envious of that. Right now I'm not really enjoying the spring day we've been having, which sounds a little rude to say, but I'm not a fan of the hot temperatures. For our SPC outlook, we're going to have a little bit of a marginal and non-severe in the Miami area, Charleston, and over by Texas and Oklahoma. And there might be some damaging winds, spotty hail, and maybe even a few tornadoes, so definitely be weather aware and watch out for what's going on around your area. Current dew points is always pretty muggy, definitely in Florida, especially as you go down to places like Miami, and really all around the region, we're in the 50s and 60s for our dew points. You know, muggy day as always. Nothing new here. For our satellite, we're going to be looking, there's some rain going through to Tampa, maybe to Sarasota areas. You know, we got hit with that rain yesterday, so now it's their turn. Sorry. And we can see our low pressure system that hit us yesterday, it's moving up. You can see the little spin up there by South Carolina as that rain's going through in Charlotte and the Carolinas right now. And for the next couple of days, we're going to be seeing some rain, especially across our region, southeast, and definitely more. Atlanta's going to get hit pretty hard. So maybe if you're going to be going out in Atlanta, do something indoors, like maybe the aquarium or something, and send pictures, because I would love to see some pictures of some fish. And as I said, it is going to be raining quite a lot, especially in Atlanta. They may be seeing up to 3 inches of rain. And really all around the area, we're having around ½ an inch to almost an inch of rain in most other places. Even Montgomery, Alabama is going to get projected up to 1.3 inches of rain, which is quite a bit of rain. But tonight, it's going to be pretty mild here, 56 degrees in Tallahassee, 54 in Nashville, and warmer as you go south. It is going to be pretty nice. So I would suggest maybe going out for dinner outside and soaking in the good temperatures as you can. And tomorrow, ew, I don't like it. 81 degrees. It is a spring day for sure, but it's getting a little too close to the summer vibes for me, and I'm just not ready for those cold temperatures to go away. But the rest of the area, as you go up farther, it's going to be 66 in Nashville, but it looks like it might be a bit of a rainy day. So really, whatever you like, it really is up to you. But now we're going to be talking about some weather history in Florida. I am very excited about this segment, Daniela.
Yes, today in weather history, we date back to March 6th, 1954, where we saw snow. The Florida Panhandle saw a lot of snow.
Yeah, up to 4 inches, I believe, which is crazy because as far as I know, most people don't think it ever snows here.
Absolutely. Every now and then we'll get lucky, but in this current event in the Milton Experimental Center recorded 4 inches of snow. And also in Santa Rosa County, there was snow, and Pensacola had recorded an equal of 2.4 inches of snow within a 24-hour period, which is pretty impressive. But when will we ever see something like that again? I have no idea.
I'm not sure, but I do know the last time it snowed in Florida, or in Tallahassee, I may say, was about 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 2018.
2018, we got 25 centimeters of snow recorded here in Tallahassee. Quite the unusual weather event, but you know, it was pretty impressive. I remember being present for that, making mini snowmen in my backyard.
Oh, I'm so jealous, but that's super awesome. But Preston, are we going to be seeing any snow in our lifestyle today?
Well, no more snow today, thankfully, but if you're looking out at our cameras, we have a beautiful sunset beginning and things you can do tonight. It's going to be a wonderful night to head out to the Lake Bradford or the beach if you're already out there. You can see that beautiful sunset. The water might be a little chilly, but it'll hopefully warm up a little bit by next week so we can hit the water. If you have an IM game tonight, I know most of them got rained out at the Sportsplex last night, but if you have an IM game tonight like me, it's going to be a beautiful night at the Rec Sportsplex. The fields might still be a little wet, especially if you're playing softball, so maybe be prepared to get a little muddy. And then looking at the Tallahassee nurseries, I'm sure all the plants were absolutely thrilled to get that nice soaking rain we got yesterday. Felt like it didn't let up, and it might have put a damper on our plans, but I'm sure they enjoyed all that rain out at the nurseries. Looking at our future cast, nothing but some clouds rolling in. We don't see any precipitation in through Thursday. See a few returns down there in the southeastern parts of the viewing area, but those clouds begin to roll in from our west starting tomorrow evening. If you're going out to karaoke tonight, it's going to be a wonderful night. A little bit cool, 55 degrees, but mostly clear skies, but very light winds, so it shouldn't be too bad tonight. If you're planning on heading to Stroger to study tonight, it's still midterm seasons for most of us, so it's going to be 68 degrees, clear skies this evening, so you might be able to even do your studying out in Landis in front of Stroger if you bring a blanket to sit down. What to wear? It's going to be a nice day, so tomorrow, 80 degrees. You can bring out the short sleeves. Could be a little bit sunny, so you might want to pack your hat in case the sun beats down on you too much. FSU baseball, they have a game on Friday, 5 p.m. They're playing Florida Gulf Coast University right here in Tallahassee at Dick Howser Stadium, and it's going to be a pretty nice day for baseball. A slight chance of rain, but nothing that should affect the game too much. We might see a stray shower, but in perfect temperatures, upper 70s. Hopefully FSU baseball can keep that winning streak alive and keep the perfect season going. Our dog walk forecast for tomorrow, we're going to see mid-50s in the morning, and then as we head into later in the afternoon, it's going to get up into the 70s, in the mid-morning, and as the sun continues to shine. Looking at our airport delays, we got no delays right now at Tallahassee International, clear skies, 77 degrees, but taking a look around the country, that low pressure system that brought us rain yesterday has made its way up the Atlantic coast, and in New York right now, it's been a bit of a rough travel day, quite a few delays. Orlando also seeing some rain off the Gulf, and they're getting a few delays in there. Those are continuing to go up. For the drive tomorrow, it's going to be perfect if you're heading to class. Mid-70s, all the wet leaves should be off the road by tomorrow with the sun shining. Everything should be dried up. If you're like me this morning, you saw lots of rain out there, but it should be better. Coming up on Saturday, March 23rd, we have the Tallahassee Wine Mixer. A little far out for that, but in this time of year in Tallahassee, expect a chance of rain. And for the weekend, chance of storms on Saturday. We'll talk more about that as we hand it over.
Yeah, thanks, Preston. So heading into our national segment, current temperatures across the United States are looking honestly pretty moderate so far. We're seeing lots of greens and definitely lots of blue colors into the Pacific Northwest, 40s and 30s. I wish it was cooler than our 77 degrees right now, but you don't always get what you wish for, and that's something we learn in weather all the time. Much of the country is sitting very dry right now. We're seeing lots of rust colors, but across the southeast we're seeing a lot of green, so that's indicating a lot of moisture in the air, and that's also indicated by some storms that we are experiencing and we're going to see in the next couple of days that Nikki pointed out earlier, heading through Atlanta, and especially some storms heading into the western parts of Florida today and into tomorrow. Upper level water vapor is indicating lots of moisture through the northeast segments of the United States, and again, lots of moisture also in the southwestern portions, but nothing too crazy, just some moisture in the air. We're used to it, and we are pretty familiar with it. As for our surface maps, we see a very large cold front pushing throughout most of the country and into Texas, where it turns into a stationary front. And again, we've also got a bit of a cold front over in the Pacific Northwest. And in our region here down south, we've got a very small cold front, and that's attached to a warm front into Georgia. But again, it's not really affecting us too much. We're not seeing any precipitation, so again, it's just a dry front. But again, that front is mostly going to be impacting portions of the northeast and into regions of Canada even. SPC storm outlook is honestly pretty busy for the next couple of days. We're seeing lots of risk for marginal and non-severe risk of storms into Texas, South Carolina, and southern parts of Florida, as well as portions of the West Coast. But heading into day 2, that's where we're going to see a lot of that risk increase to a slight risk, largely in Texas and Oklahoma, and it's really going to be spreading out into the central portions and into the southwest. And heading into day 3, we're going to see that risk expand and move eastward just a little bit, heading into portions of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. So again, if you are in those areas, maybe you're heading home and your home is a little bit more west, definitely keep that in mind, and especially as you're driving. But for our active alerts, luckily we're sitting pretty comfortable right now. Not too many major weather situations to be concerned about. We've got a bit of fire weather, red flag warnings down here and into the Midwest, and a couple of winter weather advisories and warnings, but definitely not as numerous as we have seen throughout the past couple of weeks as winter starts to dwindle down, and especially considering that this is definitely one of the warmest winters on record, especially for the United States. And our drought monitor is indicating not too heavy of droughts, largely in portions of the Southwest, and honestly that's probably also bolstered by these fire weather warnings. So again, that dry weather will impact those fire weather risks as well. Heading into tonight, it's going to be pretty chilly in a lot of the United States. We're seeing temperatures honestly near 30s, but on the eastern coast we're going to be seeing 50s and 60s. And heading into tomorrow, it's going to be another nice day. We're seeing nice temperatures, 80 here in Tallahassee, but we're seeing 40s in the Pacific Northwest. And honestly, just a great day to go ahead and, enjoy the life that you have and that you're really blessed with. But Daniela, can you bless us with our Spotlight City?
Of course. If you took Preston's advice, or hint per se, if you guessed St. Petersburg, then you are the lucky winner today. So our Spotlight City is St. Petersburg. Unfortunately today it is a droopy day. It is 68 and thunderstorms. Been quite rainy there in the Tampa area today. And as we go into our temperature almanac for St. Pete, we will see that today our high is 76, much better than 90 degrees as they saw a couple of years ago. But mostly we're around average for the St. Pete area right now. And as we go into our day planner forecast, if you are already on spring break, then in going to St. Pete, it's going to be good as going into our morning here, we have 66 as the low at 7 a.m. and then by noon it's going to be 75 and 76 by 5 p.m. Low rain chances going in, so that would be really nice day to go enjoy the beach and enjoy all the activities that St. Pete has to bring. Right now, current dew points in the area are pretty mild. We have 69 in Parrish, 68 in St. Pete, 66 in Seminole, 67 in Tampa, mostly staying into mid to high 60s right now. It's about the same all around. And our future satellite and radar, we will have some clouds coming in, maybe some spotty showers. But going into tomorrow, all the rain will go away and it will clear out and be absolutely beautiful just in time for spring break to start heading down south if your plans are to do that. And for tonight's forecast, we will be seeing mild temperatures. We'll be seeing low to mid 60s in this area. We have 63 in Tampa, 61 in Zephyr Hills, 62 in Palm Harbor. Very comfortable going into the end of the week. And our weekend forecast, actually, we're going into warmer temperatures. We will be seeing 80s creeping in on Friday, but rain chances will stay relatively low. We may get some rain on Sunday, but overall, we have pretty comfortable temperatures that are awesome for this trip on spring break this weekend. But now moving on to Preston. What's next?
We'll take a look closer back to home here in Tallahassee. We can see Doak Campbell Stadium. The sun is finally set behind the stadium there. And we'll continue with the sunset tonight. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. Not a lot of clouds in the sky. Clearer skies right now, 74 degrees. A few clouds you might see, with west-northwest winds, 9 miles an hour. Looking at our area cameras again, we can see the sunset still underway up in the Sportsplex in Panama City. Still a beautiful evening out here in the Big Bend region. And Lake Bradford, a wonderful day to hit the lake. Hopefully that rain yesterday helped bring the water levels up. I'm sure they need it there. Looking at the local radar, not much to speak of in terms of precipitation right now. We can just see some stray showers up to our north, but well out of our viewing area in southern and central Georgia. Current temperatures right now, 77 degrees here in Tallahassee, quite a bit warmer than the surrounding areas. Down in Apalachicola, 69 degrees, same story over in Perry. And tonight's forecast, we're going to see mid-50s across much of the region, and then a little bit warmer along the coast with upper 50s in Perry and Apalachicola. Our day planner for tomorrow, we're going to see mid-50s move into mid to upper 70s by 6 p.m. Sunny skies and a very slight chance of a stray shower coming in. Future radar, we can see those clouds begin to roll in starting tomorrow morning, but mostly clear by the afternoon and evening. Could just see some slight chance of patchy fog, and then by tomorrow afternoon and evening, a few more clouds in the sky. Looking at our haircast, it's been a bit muggy outside. It's dried out a little bit today, but expect dew points 55 to 60 degrees, so a little bit of waves in the hair today. Tomorrow's forecast, we're going to touch over 80 degrees here in Tallahassee, 80, and then around the rest of the areas, upper 70s, 79 in Perry, and in Valdosta, 79 degrees as well. And in the week ahead, we can see that our chance for rain really doesn't kick in until Friday or Saturday, and we got 90% chance on Saturday. That's when those storms start to move in. And we can see cooling trend by Sunday, back down in the 60s. So I hope you enjoyed the warm weather while it's here. And as we move into spring break next week, we can see 71 degrees on Monday. And then as we move into the rest of next week, slight chance of rain returns, 77 degrees. But notice that, 43 degrees Monday night. So the cool weather might not be quite over with us here in Tallahassee. So now we're going to move into our final segment here this evening. And me and Nikki will talk about what's coming up.
Yeah, what an amazing show we're having tonight. And you know what I'm excited for? It's going to be a gorgeous night out tonight. I am excited for some IM sports.
Me too, Nikki. I can't wait for it. We have our first playoff IM soccer game, the Coriolis Force, made up of meteorology majors and the Friends of Meteorology here at FSU. We're going to have a wonderful time. Hopefully we'll take down the Red Tide, who we're playing, the Asian American Student Union. It's going to be a fun game, I'm sure of it. And it'll be very competitive, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it all out on the field tonight, and it's going to be absolutely amazing night to do so. I'm very excited about it.
I know the weather couldn't be more gorgeous for some soccer tonight. I'm glad we got the rain out of the way yesterday. Didn't have to worry about a reschedule, so everyone's going to be available. We'll make sure we give it our all tonight.
Yeah, I heard that they had to cancel some games yesterday. You mentioned that earlier. That would be very annoying to me.
Yeah, I had some games last night that got canceled, but thankfully we'll get to play today.
Yeah, it's very exciting times.
Got any big plans for spring break, Nikki?
No, I'm just going home, but I think it'll be nice. I'll probably go to the beach a couple days. What are you doing?
I'm going home as well. No beach for me though, so I'll be back in Ohio. Maybe I'll hit the lake, the small lake we have in the southern Ohio. So that might be it though.
All right, well, make sure you follow us on Twitter.
Also follow us on Facebook at FSU Weather.
Yep, and make sure you watch us on YouTube, which is where you're watching us right now. But make sure you show your friends. Text it to your parents, your friend, your dog. Yeah.
Anyone. And also follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather.
Yeah, make sure to follow us on TikTok too. We post some pretty cool videos. And congrats on your first show, Preston.
Thank you very much. It was awesome. I'm glad I have the best people to do it with Danielle, Nikki, and Priscilla. So thank you all so much. We hope you tune in next time for the next edition of FSU Weather. We'll close it out with our 7-day forecast. Have a good night.